the last match on day 2 of the Swiss stage, and it is an LCK battle between Dplus Kia and KT Rolster. And the team that comes up short in this one will be sent to an elimination best of 3.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And here we go, Dam 1 starting from the blue side, with Kenna on the Jax, Canyon on the Jarvan, Showmaker on the Azir, Deft on the Ziggs, and Callan on the Leona. And for KT, it is Keen on the Renekton, Cuss on the Sejuani, BDD on the Orianna, aiming on the Xayah, and Lehans on the Alistar. And then we go, Lehans with the WQ onto Deft, followed by the Ignite, the Trample stun comes through. Callan with the Zenith blade tries to save his ADC, but in comes Cuss at the Permafrost. We'll get Deft just before he reaches his tower, and so it is first blood for KT. DK will then bring down the first dragon of the game. Shelly goes to KT, will be unleashed in the mid lane after 11.5 minutes, and we go in for the second dragon. Kana with the engage on Kian and Cuss tries to keep them away from the pit. Will do so successfully. And so DK, they try to get Cuss somehow close to the pit. But Deft on the Ziggs, successfully with his zoning, then in comes Kelly with the X-Flash over the wall. And then it is Kenna and Canyon flying in on Keen as well, but the Renekton just slices and dices away. He keeps alive, but instead Dplus Kia loses 3 of their own. This is the definition of a situation that backfires. The first turret will be torn down by KT as well. And we're now after 16 minutes to see DK taking the second herald of the game. Kin on the lower screen against Kenna. Showmaker joins his top lane on the Azir. And Kin on the Renekton just left alone while his team was trying to find and engage on the other 3 members of DK. But they failed, and so down 1, they get themselves on the scoreboard with a kill as well. Well, we just saw KT tearing down the tier 1 in the top lane, what Shelly did to their turret what she does best. And now we're in for the third dragon to see Kenna there in the brush as he was lurking. But now he has to get his way out of there. He's ignited, hops over the wall with a sleep strike. Lost more than half of his life, but it wasn't in vain. He bought some time for his team to collect the soul point. 23 minutes into the game, the last outer turret of DK will break. And now we're in for the fight for the mounted soul. KT close to the pit, they zone away everything that comes close to it. So it is soul point denied. But now the follow-up team fight, Callan going in without any possible follow-up from his team. And he was just revving up the in-feed alert. And now it is Kin and Cuss going for Deft. Their bursty vibe will just briefly stop them before the Permafrost gets the Ziggs and gets him killed. But now it is Canyon going in with the drag and drop into the Cataclysm. But the Permafrost will get him stunned as well, and down he goes while Showmaker was trying to deal as much damage as he can. And now he's going for Kin, and he will trade back the Renekton for his jungler. But in the end it will still be a 3-for-1 in favor of KT and a tier 2 that is broken apart as well. After 28.5 minutes, we see TK on the retreat, but in comes Kin from the flank. He will be pushed back by the Emperor Seavite, but in goes Lance with a Crodron knockup, followed by aiming on the Xayah. He takes out Deft, and now things turn dire as Callan will go down. Double kill for the ADC of KT. And Kenna on the Jax coming out of his stasis. He tries to flash away, leaps over the wall, but it will be a triple kill. You cannot escape the rebel bird lady. And with the base cracked open in the mid lane, KT, they turn and burn the Baron Nashor to come back through the bot lane. And a split pushing Kin in the mid lane. The structure won't make it for long. The inhibitor goes down on the bot side as well. KT with the gold advantage of 9,000. They are now looking for the final engage. And in goes Lehans on the Alistar with the knockup, followed by Cuss and by Kin. They will wipe the Demacian Prince off the map. But this will not be the end just yet. Deft with a huge poke damage potential on the Ziggs is protected still by 3 remaining teammates. They only have the minion wave in the mid lane. The bot side wave is not quite there yet. But KT, they have found another victim out of the protection range of the Nexus turret. Callan will just be bursted into the grey screen. And now it is a 5v3. The first Nexus turret crumbles. And due to the poke potential of Deft, KT, they're not standing close together. And so BDD, he gets caught, but Lehans, he flies in. Sacrifices life for the mid laner. Kenna, he jumped into the back line. Because there are blinking health bars of KT all over the place, but he will go down. He couldn't find a kill on anyone. And so here comes KT. The returning Canyon on the Jarvan can only do so much. It will be the final ace. It will be the Nexus destroyed. And it will be KT Rolster taking this game and proceeding to the 1-1 pool.